Star Wars music.
In a galaxy far, far away, the show starts.
We'll get a copyright violation.
Right. Hey, guys. Welcome to episode 29 of Profit Talk. Tonight is one that Deb came up with this topic, but we're kind of excited about it because I think it's really good. It goes along with two other shows that we did. I think it makes kind of a good, like a little trilogy. But anyways, tonight we're talking about should you grow your business or should you just let it go, basically.
Or different aspects of said business.
Right. Do you need to change it up, I guess, or let it go? So I think it's good. And
let it go. Show over. No,
right.
Let it go.
You should all let it go, and
then we all have less.
Don't even try to grow it.
Oh, and if you've not seen us or hearing us, well, if you're not hearing us, then you won't hear me. Huh. You may have to refresh.
So how are they supposed to know to refresh?
I typed it.
Somebody said it and then.
Oh, okay. Do you think that they have to refresh because we never start on time?
No, I think it's because of this new stupid format for YouTube.
I'm not a fan.
Yeah, because it gives that little preview thing and that little pulsating red thing that's like, what was somebody last week said, is that to hypnotize us?
Wade is here.
Hey, let me try refreshing, because I'm not showing it.
Oh, I'm showing it.
Oh, there it is. Once you refresh
nice. You're welcome, Paul. His daughter heard me say let it go, and now she's singing the song. You're welcome. All right, Deb, since it's your baby, do you want to start it?
Sure. So the reason why I wanted to talk about the subject was because it's what I'm doing right now.
Deb quit.
Basically reevaluating everything and making big changes, like big changes. I have an employee that's going to start tomorrow. I'm going to see if I can train him, if I have the capability of training someone. And I think I will, because when I was typing up the little paragraph to, like, this is what we're going to do tomorrow, I think it was good. Like, I think it was, thought out or whatever. And then also, I'm changing my business model. Like, I'm not doing parts anymore. I don't want to do parts anymore. It's boring and lame and boring.
Well, I always had respect for you doing it because I was like, oh my god, like I couldn't do it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, well, I got into it, I've been doing it for about 18 months now, and it was great for my business. And you have to think that the reason why I started doing it was because it was very similar to, originally I was doing stuffed animals and coffee cups like everybody else that starts out. And basically, it was low investment. I mean, you invest like $5 or $8 and you get 5 or 10 parts off of one machine, so it was really low investment. But it was still long tail. Like, it seems like almost everything I do is long tail, but that's kind of what I'm getting out of and trying to move into better things because I have so many resources around me. There's so many stores. There's so much stuff. And I'm spending my time on what I think is crap.
Well, but now that you've built up enough to where you can buy the more expensive, better items. You know what do you know what I mean? Like, I can see somebody first starting wanting to go for the least expensive or the lesser priced things, or the things that they we're going to get them more. But now that you've scaled up so much.
Dusty was saying. Yeah, Dusty just asked in the side chat, if it's because I thought I would have gotten better at things, and yeah, I have. I think I'm much better at, picking things and knowing what to look at and what to pick up and figure out, if it's really worth taking home, that kind of stuff. I'm really happy with the stuff I bought yesterday and today. I went shopping and bought some things and.
Well, I saw your video, and I like the boots, for instance. Is that what you're talking about? Was that yesterday?
Uh-huh.
I watched your video this afternoon, and, well, I listened to it because I was doing an FBA shipment, sorry. But I listened to it, and I was like the boots. I mean, that's something that, like, a couple years ago, you'd have probably been, I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, I'm just kind of assuming here. A couple years ago, you might have been like, oh, $16, and there's not a name brand, it's kind of iffy. But now it's like a combination, maybe, of what Danica said and what I asked. You've gotten better. You have a little more disposable income because you're rolling it back into business or whatever. Yeah. And now all of a sudden it's like, okay, that wasn't a big chunk of change to spend. Holy cow, look how much they're worth.
Right, right. And so that's why, you know, it's just, it's nice to let go of, you know, that side of my business. It was, I don't regret deciding to move away and to change and progress. Like, I think that there's a point in time in people's businesses that you have to reevaluate things. I know a lot of people that started out, like, they might have started out selling clothes, you know, and then that clothing business just kind of went away. It got saturated, but they didn't have the ability to do anything else. Like, they didn't adapt. They didn't morph their business into something else. They just hung on to what they knew, and now their sales are down. They're not doing so hot.
Instead of rolling with the market.
And right, instead of, you know, basically letting that part of their business go and do something else.
Well, that's like I'm changing right now. You know how I was doing a ton of health and beauty, a ton of makeup, because it was so easy and kind of fast. And I'm so sick of it. Like, I'm sick of looking at lip gloss, and I am sick of looking at freaking eyeliner pencils, and I'm tired of looking at all of it, so I'm kind of getting away from it. Again, it seems like every 6 months or so I have to change it up.
Well, it's like I told Tristan in the car a minute ago. We were talking about it, and I said, you know, now it's almost football season. I want to get into some Alabama football merchandise. I said I want to do the whole fourth quarter, the whole fall and winter thing. I want to do it a little different this year. You know, we always chase toys in fourth quarter, and there's money in that with Amazon. But last year I did it wrong. I mean, I made money, but for the amount of work that it was, I could have worked a lot smarter and not as hard as I did, like running to every CVS, running to every Walgreens, running to every Dollar General, catching when they had the sale, then getting the $5 off 25 on for your next purchase coupon and taking that back and getting the bucks and getting all that. And at the end of the day, half those items, it was a race to the bottom. And I'm not saying I don't think I lost money on any of them. There might have been a few that I actually broke even on. But when I look back at all the amount of crap that went out of this house, and the toys piled up in the living room, and her peeling stickers, and the late nights of entering them into FBA, trying to get him in as quick as possible. It's like I told her, I said, you know, when I think back of the other fourth quarters over the years of doing eBay and Amazon and whatever else, I said, you know, I'm not going to get in. I'm just going to totally do it different. I learned my lesson. I'm not going to get into all the products that all the other resellers are running toward. I'm going to go the totally opposite direction. I'm going to find the closeout store that's, you know, not a chain store or whatever I got to do. If it means buying some pallets, I'm going to get products that I know I'm not going to have any competition on. And I'm going to go that route. And then just send them in and set them and forget them, you know. It's just a kind of evolved, I guess, in a good way. You know, you learn your lessons. It's not that you necessarily make mistakes, but
right.
I wouldn't call them that. But you know, you learn and you grow. It's like Deb. I mean, if she looked back, she probably wouldn't say that parting stuff out was necessarily a mistake. You know, she learned a lot from it. But
you had a lot of money.
It's time to move on. It was a lot of work too.
Yes, and you know, when you devote that much time into something, it's like you really want bigger outcomes, you know.
Right. Let me ask you guys a question. When you first started, I don't guess it works so much with eBay, but when you first started Amazon, were you constantly looking at, you know, your like your numbers, like your sales? Did you watch it like obsessively throughout the day when you first started?
Yep.
Like, I was obsessed. I was obsessed with it, watching it. Like, I mean, I would check it throughout the day, and now it's like, like I don't even. I don't know. Like, I don't feel like I need to constantly check it anymore. Like, I know I know I'll get paid. I know that I know that I've got pay coming in, and whenever it hits the bank, I'm like, oh, that's nice.
In all honesty, I never checked my numbers until I got involved in social media, and then it was because it was a competition and everybody was checking their numbers, all that. I went for years without checking my numbers. I will say that with Amazon, I always have checked my orders, and I have it set, by default to show includes pending orders, because I like to know what's selling, in case it's an item I can get more of, if that makes sense.
Yeah, no, I look at that stuff, but like, I was obsessed with the money. Like, I was obsessed with, okay, how much more has sold since the last time I looked? Has anything else sold? Oh, good. Something sold. It was like I constantly was looking at it. Like, I wanted to know. I don't know. I don't know if it was just validating myself to see to see my sales number going up. I don't know what it was, but I don't know. It's just something that popped in my head. Like, I don't even look at it anymore. But I do check. I do the orders thing. I do look at the orders for the exact same reason that you said, to see if I can go get more of it if it's something selling quickly.
I do, and I like, and it helps with my wife, who is the sticker peeler and all that, and she doesn't really see this back end of it. It's nice to be able to look at her and say, hey, you remember that item you peeled off, 500 stickers the other day? We've already sold 20 of them. And she's like, wow, cool. And it gives her a sense of, belonging and self-worth, and, because she gets to see the end result. That makes sense, the fruit of her labor. But I don't know.
When you're just starting, a $10 sale is good, but when you have several hundred in the bank, $10 is nothing. Yeah. Well, it's not even that. It's just, I know. I think in the beginning I needed to see that to know that I was doing all of the right things, and that what I thought was right was actually right. I needed to see that number go up to know that I was doing the right thing, I guess. And now I'm a lot more confident now, I guess. Like, I know that the things that I've sent in are going to sell, and I know that I'll make a profit on them, that kind of thing. Like, I don't need to watch the number go up anymore. It's not that I've got money in the bank. It's not that. It's just I have that confidence that everything that I've purchased is going to be fine. I think that's it. So what do you think is a good a good set of, I guess, criteria, maybe, to go by when you know that something needs to happen in your business, to know whether you need to scale up, or do you just need to shake it up, or are you just so burnt out that it's time for you to do something different altogether?
I'm very motivated by, how I feel. I know that there's some people that it doesn't really matter how they feel. Like, their objectives, or they have this certain financial goal, and they'll work 90 hours a week to hit that. So, and it doesn't matter if they're miserable, that kind of thing. So me, it's really, if I'm not enjoying something, if I'm not happy, if I feel miserable, or for an extended period of time about it, it's almost like work depression, where, oh, it's not just a bad day, it's 8 weeks of I hate this, or whatever, that I'm very, susceptible to my feelings of just like with Amazon, how I was like, I hate RA, I don't like doing it, and I'm not going to do it. It doesn't matter if I can make $5,000 a month. I don't want to do it,
Right.
So, and that's the thing with me, when I got to where I didn't want to be associated with parts, I didn't want, that to even be, like, part of who I was as a person, like, that was my business. And then, basically, whether or not I even was into the product, and you know, that's what happened with the coffee makers. I took them down because I was done listing all the things that I had already listed, and I was like, all right, well, let me go ahead and hit up these coffee makers I've had over here forever. And I pulled them down, and I started looking at them, and I'm like, these are dirty, and they're, you know, whatever, and I don't even want to deal with these. I don't even want to deal with this. You know, I was like, these need to go away. And that was it. That's why I was like, you know, that's it. I don't want to do parts anymore. I don't like it.
I don't know how you stuck with it for that long. That's just... I mean, it's like mind-numbing to me, like, because it was like, oh my God, she's got to clean that, you know.
It's not exciting, you know. There's nothing woohoo about the entire process, and I'm very rewards-oriented individual, you know, in all aspects. And if I'm not getting like that, you know, yay thing, I don't. It's got to go, you know. So. I'm excited. I'm excited about the stuff that I bought. You know, it's all different and not boring, like deathly boring, like parts.
I think for me, it's kind of like clothing. I did clothing for years, and then I was kind of like, you know, I watch people, like people that do parts or people that do clothing, and I don't know if they enjoy doing it, but they're good at, like Ronnie Hart's really good at clothing. He's successful with it. Mm-hmm. But then I sit back and I realized after a couple of years I hate clothing. So you know what? I don't really care how much money there is in it. I'm not going to do it. You know, I bought a World War II Army parka. Okay, I kind of don't regret that one because it's cool as crap. But I bought that this week. But you know, for the most part, like I don't care. I don't walk into a thrift store. I've never looked for a Robert Graham shirt. I'm not bashing Robert Graham shirts. There's a lot of people that make money. I just have no interest in looking for them because I know I'll never list them.
Right.
I know I never will because I hate it that much. So I just had to learn to, hey, quit looking at clothes. You're never going to list them. You know, I just sold to a friend of my wife's who does eBay and stuff. Sold her last week 10 pearl snap Western shirts, 10 or 12 of them, for like $1 a piece that I have had for a little over 3 years. They've been moved from office to the building out back to whatever, and I was finally like, she's like, oh, I don't mind listing shirts. I was like, $1 a piece, take them all. Don't care. You know, I hate clothing that much. It's like
I'm not, like, I got grossed out by it, kind of like the whole plush thing. Like, I mean, I still have suits and, you know, like suit jackets, and I have a couple of ties and things still upstairs because it's really easy to find really good suits and suit jackets and stuff here. I don't know why, but they're plentiful just at one Goodwill. So I got them because they were like $4.99, you know, was the max that I would pay. And, well, no, I take that back. I got one that was $9.99, but that was because I was going to list it for $100. But I hate it so bad. They're still upstairs. They're in my office upstairs. They're still up there. The boys are going to list them on their stuff because I don't know. Like, plush grosses me out because that's disgusting. Some kid probably licked it and rubbed their nose on it and God knows what else. You know, some old man might have wiped his nose. I don't know.
What if it's a Duffy bear though? Would you do it?
No.
Are you serious?
Yep. I will not touch plush. I think it's gross. Like, it just freaks me out. I couldn't pick it up. Like, I physically couldn't touch it. I would have to have, like, rubber gloves.
I'm going to start mailing you plush.
I know that you're going to do this.
I'm just going to start mailing you
with a Goodwill tag. Like, it's going to have Goodwill tags left on it so that
I'm going to have them where they pop out of the box as soon as you open them.
It like heebie-jeebies. It's like I can imagine all the little creepy crawlies that are on these things. You know what I mean? Because you know where a kid's hands go during the day. Like, little kids, come on. They're everywhere. Ugh. It's not even my kids' germs. It's somebody else's kids' germs. Ugh.
I have to organize my eBay room. Like, because I was saying earlier today, like, I'm going to... I know, but now I'm going to move my other computer in here, and I have to set up a workstation, and I also have to make it conducive to the fact that there's going to be another person in here You know, like 2 times a week.
I'm so excited about it. What are you laughing about?
Just how she's griping about it. It's just,
Oh. So Paul wants to make $5 a week, so he's going to pay me $500 to teach him how to do that, because I'm better than Adam and Scott. So I've got that going. I've decided to grow my business.
I would do it for $99. I'll do it for $99.
What? How are you gonna like put yourself down like that?
I'll teach people how to part stuff out.
Ugh.
Since I'm leaving the market open.
I will sell you a truckload full of parts.
I thought about that one time. I was like, I actually did think about that. I was like, you know, but
solid.
I think somebody was gonna do that. Oh yeah, Suzanne Wells. I wonder if that worked out. She was gonna do a clothing box. Like it was clothing. Like she was gonna sell a box of clothing that you could resell. I think Rakin tried that too. I don't know if he ever implemented it or if he was just talking about it.
That's
where
interesting.
Basically you can buy a box of clothing to resell. Because, like, you know, there's people that live in areas that don't have access. Dwayne, why are you racing to the bottom? Dwayne's at $98.
Dwayne!
God, you're fired, Dwayne. You're fired. You can't even be in the audience anymore.
Ugh. Oh, that's
but
a
yeah,
idea
no,
to
so
be
yeah, because you know, there's people that live in areas and they just don't have good brands. You know, they just can't. And some people live in areas that they get all their clothes for 99 cents. You know.
Right.
Well, it's like, and I hate to bring Ronnie up again, but I always think of Ronnie. I mean, I hate to bring you up. Sorry, Ronnie. But you know, it's like
Ronnie.
But you know, it's like, okay, he lives in Cape Cod. I mean, you have a lot more of affluent type people in that area. People that, you know, they have vacation homes, and you know, I mean, it's just you're going to get higher end stuff. It's like somebody came to town recently. Was it Wade? No, it wasn't Wade. Crap, I can't remember who it was, and now I totally apologize because it's been several months ago. And they were like, you know, tell me about the thrift stores in your area. I mainly sell clothing, higher end clothing. And I'm like, I don't know. I couldn't tell you. They hit all the thrift stores in this town. They're like, okay, you don't have high end clothes. I'm like, no, we have a lot of military families.
Have you looked around Alabama?
We have.
No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
You didn't even get to see any of Huntsville except on your way out of town, so.
Yeah, I did. I saw the spaceship.
But you know, Ronnie just typed dislike. Sorry, Ronnie. But you know, but Ronnie lives in an area where there's a lot more money, you know, so you're going to have nicer clothing. That's probably one of the reasons I don't jack with it here, because we started out selling clothing on eBay years.
You gotta hit up that Faded Glory.
The
Morona.
Oh yeah, Morona.
Back then,
get you some Cherokee.
Back then, I could sell Levi's jeans for $20. I mean, any pair of designer type jeans was $25, $30, $40. We were buying them at thrift stores for $2.99 because the thrift stores hadn't caught on yet. I mean, it's just a totally different. You know, now you can't. I mean, unless they're really, really good jeans, you're not gonna sell a pair of Levi's for $20 probably, unless they're vintage or whatever. You know what I mean? But I don't know.
That's what I bought today. I'm gonna be like Chad. I'm gonna steal from their show. We're gonna do show and tell. I bought a mini disc recorder.
Cool.
I'm gonna film us. I'm gonna film us filming us.
Wait and let me Periscope it.
Yeah, wait, yeah. You Periscope it, and then I'll film it, and then I'll do. Oh, I can do one of those. What are they called? What that Chris Green does? Their streaming stuff. What is it called?
He does Periscope.
No. The alternative YouTube. Spreecast. Yeah, I can Spreecast
the alternative YouTube.
And Periscope and do it all at the same time.
That was awesome.
The other YouTube.
The other YouTube.
The one you have to pay for. The YouTube
that's their slogan. The other YouTube.
It's like pork. The other way meat. Look at the mess back there.
What else did I buy?
That kid's mess. No, we're off topic.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yes, we are.
When do we know?
This is Profit Talk. I don't know if you remember the show that you're on. I mean, we stayed on topic for 15 minutes. We're good.
I've taken like ADD meds, so no. But well, no, because I wanted to know.
I've been snorting Adderall.
Right. I'm fine. Wait, did you guys see the funny that I posted? It's the little dog, and he's like this, and it's like, no, I haven't seen your pills, but did you see the dragons in the kitchen?
Wow, now we're officially off topic.
It's so funny.
And there goes the show.
Right, but it's so funny. Okay, but the stopping thing, like, when do you know to just completely and absolutely throw in the towel? You are doing the wrong business completely. You are completely in the wrong line of work. You have no business reselling.
I don't know. Because I've seen some of those people.
I've seen people that should quit.
And they don't know.
Yeah, I have seen a lot of people that should quit.
Like, I've looked at their stores because they asked for help, and I'm just like,
you should go.
What was your degree in, you know, or
what?
Do you have any other interests?
It's like one of those things. It's like, I really want to help you, but I really don't want to hurt your feelings more than I want to help you.
It's those people, though, that don't listen either. You give them really good sound advice, and you can go back a month later, and they have not taken and implemented any of it.
Okay, I think that if you, every day when you wake up, you immediately have a sense of dread about your day.
Yep, and that's why I'm switching business.
Right, but like you don't even enjoy the sourcing anymore. You know, like the one thing that we can all agree on. You know, you don't enjoy the sourcing anymore. You don't enjoy OA, RA, thrifting, yards. You don't enjoy any of it.
You know, it's. I listened again last night when I couldn't sleep and woke up at 5 o'clock this morning and listened to the rest of it. I listened to the latest podcast from Scavenger Life.
I never remember that.
And they've always said, and they bring it up on almost every show, and they've always said, find something to be passionate about. You know, they enjoy selling the smalls. They enjoy sitting on them for a year because they pick items they're passionate about.
They price them really high, though. They have really high prices.
I mean,
they don't sit on stuff
if you can afford
because
to.
It's $100.
Right. But that's some people's business model too. Is, you know, to price it at the. I mean, I'm never the cheapest. Never, ever, ever am I the cheapest. But that's some people's business model, to price it at the absolute highest that it would sell for, and then hold it until it sells.
DM said, when your only answer to difficult customers is to block them. And when you don't want to get out of bed and face another day of listing. And when a cha-ching means nothing more than, oh crap, I'm going to have to ship it.
Right, exactly. That's exactly what I'm saying. Like, when every single aspect of the business makes you cringe, you need to find something else. I don't care if you go, I don't want to say something because I don't want to offend anybody. I don't care what you do. Like, go and get a job doing anything, whatever. But I think some people start doing it, and then, you know, they've started this business and they don't want to admit that it's not for them, that like it's a failure or something, and I think they stick with it when they really shouldn't.
I mean, I can understand that, though. I can understand that if, you know, I came in here one day with all of my stuff and I was like, you know what, I just wasted all of my time. You know, like, I've wasted all of these resources and all of this stuff, and this is just not.
But you got to come to peace with it. It's one of those things. You can either hate your life, or you can make peace with the fact that you've made a mistake and you recoup as much of your money back as you can. You know, have a little quiet time, say a prayer, whatever you need to do, and figure out how to move on from it. You can't live your life miserable.
Well, I think it's really important, before that, I think it's really important for people to, you know, to do what makes them feel good. I mean, the thing is people work a job that they hate. You know, the majority of people, they go there because they want to check. Okay, well then people work for themselves, and if you're only doing it to make the money, that's going to inhibit you from making more money, because you're miserable, so you don't really want to do it. So you do everything half-assed and mediocre.
Yep.
You know, and you're really just doing yourself and everyone else around you a disservice. The thing about reselling, unlike regular work where you have to learn a whole new, like go into a whole new market, you know, it's a lot easier, I think, to go into a different market in reselling. You know, go to a different product line, learn something new. You know, some people really excel in doing flatware. You know, they can eyeball a great silverware set, you know, and sell a spoon for $100. You know, you can get it. There's so many different areas of reselling that you can get into that you could be happy with, you could be passionate about, or you could, you know, feel fulfilled with. There's no reason to stay doing something that you hate.
Yep.
You know, like me in clothing, like Dusty is. I hate clothing. I can't sell clothing. I don't want to do it. I sold 2 pairs of pants. The only reason why I even bought them was because they were new with tags, and before I before I bought them, I made sure that they were on the company's website so I could steal their photos. You know, like I straight up took the photos in the description, and I was like, this is what they are, because otherwise I wouldn't have. That's as far as I'm gonna go with clothes.
Right. Oh, I didn't know that. Scavenger Life price it high and accept best offers.
Oh yeah, they price things very high.
You know, and I used to do that. I don't think it's a bad business model. I've argued with people about it if you have the storage space. And I used to have a building in my house with tons of shit, you know, 30, I don't know what it was, 35 by 20 feet wide. I mean, it was 800 square feet of just a wide open garage with a concrete floor and walls and shelves all around it. I mean, I didn't care. The crap could sit there as long as it wanted to because I wasn't running out of space anytime soon. You know, it's just what works for you. I just see so many people that
we don't ever talk about profit, Ronnie. So
no, we never talk about money on this show.
I see so many people that I think try to, you know, they don't know where to start. They get on, you know, get off the Facebook groups if it's not working. I mean, I hate to say that, but you know, figure out, go take some time alone, like you said, go say a little prayer, have some meditation, whatever you got to do. Figure out what's working for you. Figure out where your passion is. Quit trying to do what everybody else is doing.
Right.
And as somebody that's fairly new to the social media world, and I love all of y'all and all the people I've met, but I've never seen so many people try to imitate so many other people. And this business is not a one size fits all like we talked about. It depends on your area and what's available. You know, I have really good storage unit stuff available. A lot of people may not have that. You know, our thrift stores suck here. A lot of people have really, really good thrift stores. Mm-hmm. You know, it's just you if something's not working, you know, like for me, it took me 2 years of going in and out of the Goodwill and Salvation Army to realize there's not crap for money to be made here unless I want to go backwards and go back into like parting stuff out or go back into selling smalls. I wasn't finding anything. You know, I wasn't finding the items for $4.99 that I could sell for $35 and up, you know, which is where I was at with my business model. And so I just quit going there. I quit hitting those chain thrift stores and started hitting more of the little mom and pop thrift stores that are run by local, you know, nonprofits or whatever. And then I started finding that I could make money. Mm-hmm. You know, I just changed my business model. So it's, you know, and then when I hear all these people say, oh, you know, Salvation Army is great and Goodwill's great, that's fine. But I know in my mind that for me, it's not great. And so I said, great, you know, that works for you in your area. And then I just keep doing what I'm doing. Just quit. I mean, I hate to say don't listen to people, but if it's not working, don't do it, you know?
It's not. I don't think people need to stop listening to people. I think people need to stop comparing themselves to others and coveting what other people have and what other people are doing.
Right.
I think that's where the problem comes in. Don't covet your neighbor, people. You know what I mean?
Right.
But like you said, you have to do what works for you. Like, look at me and Sue Sowen. We live 5 minutes apart. Like, literally, she's like 5-10 minutes down the road from me. Our businesses could not be more different. Our businesses are like polar opposites, and we have the exact same resources available to us, but we do completely and totally different things in the reselling biz, so to speak. You know what I mean? So, and we go to the same store. We can go to the same store and still source completely differently from each other. We went to Goodwill together one day. Our businesses are completely different.
This is the tiniest tube of toothpaste I've ever seen. It's like so small.
That's not even a trial size.
Well, look at my finger. Compared to my finger.
You know what it looks like? It looks like the Orajel.
It does. It's tiny, teeny tiny.
Where did you get it?
There was an American Airlines travel bag inside of a bag, and I bought it because it was like 99 cents, and I wasn't sure what was inside, but it had like a whole thing of earplugs, and then another thing of earplugs.
Oh my God, that's hilarious! Wait, hold the one back up.
The what?
No, the funny one.
The heroes?
Yes. They're heroes.
I know. But this is so cool
Awesome.
that American Airlines does this, though. This is a little bag, and it's like an airline comfort bag, and it's earplugs and tissues and facial moisturizer and lip gloss and an eye thing.
You get those in first class. I don't think you get them.
And socks.
Yeah,
They're like acrylic socks. They're like soft.
You get them. You get a.
I've never been to first class, but I'm gonna take these with me
I've walked through first class on my way to no class.
I'm gonna come.
I'll show.
Yeah, I'm gonna come on my airline with my special first class bag and my pack of heroes.
You'll walk on and they'll ask you if you stole it.
And they'll be like, "Oh, why are you back here? You have one of those bags. You're supposed to be up front." And you're like, "Hell yeah, I am."
That's right.
No, then I can be like, "Oh no, I donated my seat to someone in need. I'm very charitable. You might see me on a Facebook viral post about how wonderful I am for giving up my seat in first class to the needy."
They used to upgrade me all the time when I flew with Braden
because
I did the Infinite Arms, so they would upgrade me all the time. If there was an opening in first class, they would upgrade me to one of those seats.
So it only costs like $1,000 to get this little bag? Cool.
That's cheap first class. There are some of the flights that we were on, it was like $1,700, and that was when Braden was 2 or under, and he's almost 14 now.
You just got to learn how to get bumped up.
Is that a song?
Bumped up. So anyhow, back to talking about profit. I just think you need to find out what's working for you. Look at your last 30, 60, 90 days worth of eBay, and if all of a sudden you go, you know what, I'm really making some money off of then maybe that is your niche. Maybe that's where you need to, and you enjoy selling that item. It's like y'all keep saying, and that's the biggest thing is make sure it's something you enjoy selling.
So when do we know to scale up? That it's time to grow the business and add something more?
Like me and my employee.
I think like with Deb, you find that you're spending 80 hours a week listing, and I'm not saying this is what she exactly did. I'm using an example.
I haven't spent 80 hours a week doing anything.
You're spending 80 hours a week listing $9.99 parts or $9.99 whatever. I mean, if you're happy with that, then absolutely I would stick with it. But if you're like at the end of the week, you're going, oh my God, and my sell-through rate was, 10%, and I made after fees on all those and everything else. I made $200 for my 80 hours worth of work. Okay, something's wrong. Then it's the time to start being a little more selective in what you buy. Maybe let's say it's plush. Quit buying the crappy plush. Quit buying the ones that have the Kmart tags, or I don't know a whole lot of
stains. Start
working more up toward the ones that have Disney tags, or the ones that seem to sell for a little more. Same thing with cut and paste that into coffee mugs or shirts or T-shirts or parts or whatever. Just continually up your game. I mean, I had to kind of train myself, like when I walk into a store, hey, there's money being made on that item, and then I stop for a second and I think and I go, okay, but is that the kind of money where I really want to jack with it? Or do I need to move on because there's always going to be more items in the next store or right around the corner in this store. I'm going to find enough to sell. Then again, if you're not finding enough to sell and that's all you have, then do it. It's hard to give a boilerplate answer because everybody's situation is so different.
Right. I think that to me, scaling up does not necessarily mean that you need to hire someone. It could just mean that it's time to add another type of like it doesn't necessarily need to be in reselling, that you need to add an employee or something. You can build a website, to your business. You can add, there's so many different ways to make money. Just add another income stream, write a book. If you have extra time, if you find that you've gotten good enough at your stuff, write a book, write a course, write something. Scaling up doesn't necessarily mean that you need to stay within, reselling or within whatever business it is that you're doing. You don't necessarily need to stay in that. It could be to add another income stream or two. For me, that's the way to go. Adding in some passive income streams, But I move every 2 years, so having a physical employee is not a good thing. I could have like a virtual assistant or something, but a physical employee is not going to work for me. Is Deb froze?
No, I'm looking at the comments. Like,
why are you looking up at the sky?
Because she's high tech and she has like 6 monitors.
I'm looking over there.
She lives in the Matrix.
I am a sexy beast. Kidding.
I think
Paul wants my hat.
Like last.
Right? That hat is awesome.
Like last.
Margaret said they were getting Lacosted.
That's clever.
Lacosted.
Ronnie, stop snoring, dude.
Because he hates us.
He does. I thought Ronnie loved me, but I now know he does not. But that's okay. I won't cry.
How do people wear hats? I can't see anything.
I gotta wear mine down. Well, you've seen how I wear hats. I wear mine kind of.
I don't have a hat.
Like I'm hiding something. We're gonna have on Saturday. We're gonna do all date things. Just totally off topic. None of you really probably care, but it came to my mind. Me and John on Saturday, we're gonna have date day.
Date night? Date day?
No, date day. It's going to be nothing but date stuff. Like, we're going to get up in the morning, and we're going to go play golf, and we'll probably have beers while we play golf. And then...
and sometime around noon, we'll go home and pass out.
Probably. It may look a lot like last Friday. And then I think we'll go to the beach. And then I don't know. We may walk around town.
Like the Wisconsin beach?
Yeah, we have beaches. There's a beach 3 blocks from here.
That's not a beach. Does it have seashells?
Yeah, it's got sand and driftwood and everything. Lake Michigan is like an ocean, dude. The thing is huge.
That doesn't.
We have surfers. There are surfers down there.
I was laughing at Maureen's typo. It says, I love my hat.
I love my hate. Love your haters, girl.
Yes, I did take Deb to the Mellow Mushroom.
Oh, you people suck.
He bought me drinks. He tried to get me drunk.
Yes.
He would.
And the funny thing is that Mellow Mushroom, we've driven past it for like 3 years now, that particular one. We've had one here for a long time, but that one opened about 3 years ago. And we keep going, we need to go eat there. And then it just took somebody coming to town to actually do it. And they have an incredible beer selection, so we will.
Did you get the beer passport thing?
No.
It's a game. If you try all of the beers that they have, you get like a T-shirt and all this other stuff, and they have so much
in the same
beer.
night?
No.
In a wheelchair?
Jesus, that would be like alcohol poisoning.
No, but I did have a local brewery. It's called Pinstripe Peanut Butter, and it was an Imperial Stout, which I've had a peanut butter porter before, which is kind of like from another local brewery, but I had a peanut butter Imperial Stout, and it was the bomb. And Deb had, I don't know what some fruity
I had a white zombie drink. That was the second one I had, and then the one that me and Tristan had was, it was hypnotic and something else and something else, and it was green.
Something else, and I don't remember.
Like.
And then we got home and we were all sitting around the porch talking, and we moved inside and we're sitting on the couch, and all of a sudden I look down and I'm like, it is 12:30. Like, I haven't been up that late in 20 years. And Deb was, you don't need to entertain me. I'm tired. And I'm like, okay, that was a hint. Okay, night. There's your pillow, there's your couch, there's your blanket. If you need anything, feel free to dig for it.
That couch is so comfortable, I want to bring it home with me, because I slept so well on that couch. I slept better than I did at the hotels. I slept better than, I love that couch.
That is like
couch is awesome.
The awesome couch. I just need to find a seamstress. You slept the cloth one, not the leather one, right?
I slept on the cloth one. Maria slept on the leather one.
Yeah, it's got a custom-made slip cover that's got some seams that are coming apart, and it would probably cost a fortune to have another one made. We got it from, anyhow, it was already like that. But I need to find a seamstress that can, like, fix all the, like, take it all off, give it to him, and go, here, fix this. Because every time Tristan takes the slip cover off and washes it, it frays a little bit more, another seam comes apart.
Dwayne, do not make fun of the Mellow Mushroom beer stuff. He said it only cost you $4,500 in beer to get a $6 T-shirt.
Yeah, I didn't see that, but I did. But the cool thing is, I went into my little local gas station that does all the craft brews the next day, and I said, I saw Deb's comment. I went in the next day, and I said, hey, can you get that, whatever the brewery was, Pinstripe, whatever, and he said, I've got it coming. He said, I just ordered like 8 cases of it, and some guy liked it so much he came in and bought all 8 cases, but I got more coming. I was like, hell yeah. Problem is, it's like 9% alcohol, and that's like, oof. I drink very fast. I drink water fast. I drink tea fast. I drink coffee. I drink everything. I eat, talk, do everything fast. Drink.
He drives too fast. I thought I was going to die.
Oh, my God. Yeah, you're never right in the front again. My wife is so polite. She's like, you get in the front. I was like, no, she doesn't want to do that. Trust me.
I was like, you're going to kill us. I really did. I was like trying not to focus on the road. I was just like, if we're going to die, I'm just not even going to think about it.
Well, you have to go on this like mountain windy road. It's like, picture this.
It was going 65 miles an hour.
No, it wasn't. That was
on a dark ass windy mountain road, talking about something I didn't even hear because I thought I was going to die.
Got her liquored up at dinner so the drive wouldn't seem so bad.
It was awful. I was like, that's me.
You should drink more because I'm driving home.
It was frightening. Was scared.
Somebody asked if we stay on, or if we're ever on topic or something like that.
Okay, so back to.
No, we don't.
So highway
we aren't
website
capable.
said that he, she, I don't, they
pronoun
like
them.
the reason I was getting out of or cutting down on parting things out and weighing my time commitment for the items that I bought and sold. Yeah, that is the reason. Explain that to the lady that wrote 2 very, very lengthy comments on that video telling me how to run my business.
8 paragraphs, people. Somebody made an 8-paragraph comment telling Deb how to run her business.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Where was that?
And what I should do and not do.
What's Hamus Alabamus?
What?
What is that? I don't know what that is. And the point of golf is that it's fun, Ronnie.
I used to go golfing with all my buddies. I don't golf.
I love golf.
I have too much of a baseball swing, so I was like designated cart driver, which pretty much meant I drank all the beer and drove the golf cart. And they didn't tell me there were like wardens on the golf course, and you're allowed to go at a 90-degree angle. So I'm just like freaking caddyshacking it, and I'm all over the place. And then we got pulled over by the little warden guy or whatever. I was like, whatever.
Well, that's a stupid rule. It's not even a real car.
Damn difference does it make? It's like there's stripes on the greens.
I like how serious you'll be at the first tee, and these guys are like all serious and stuff, and you look at their cart and you see the cooler, and you're like, all right, I'll meet you, on the back nine. See how you're doing by that point. Get to the back nine, and they're all, whoa, look at that. Wait, that's John. Never mind. How to run an eBay business by Jack. Oh, do whatever.
There's a country club right up the road, right by the road that apparently I almost killed Deb on. And my daughter was talking about getting a job, and she's like, you know what? All their cart girl, they don't have cart girls, they're all guys. She's like, I'm going to go there, and I'm going to get a job, and I'll make probably a ton of money in tips. I was like, well, first of all, you're not 21. Second of all, being a cart girl for a bunch of drunk golfers, I think I might have to, nix that one. No.
Oh, you should totally let her, because if they're in the least bit inappropriate, they're barred from the course after the police are called.
But I would think, even with a private course, a private club, you should probably still have to be 21 to serve alcohol.
You just have to be 18 to serve beer. To serve liquor, you have to be 21.
Really?
You just can't open it. So for beer, you can be under 18. You can't open it. You can't
here. You can't even sell it at the grocery store.
That's weird.
So maybe it's a state thing then. I thought it was.
Yeah.
I thought that was like federal law. Here and North Carolina is the same way. 18 to sell beer, 21 to sell liquor.
I don't know. I'm in Alabama. You just have to be old enough to walk to be able to buy it.
What you really need to do is teach her how to caddy.
Right.
And let her caddy at the high end, which, well, she probably couldn't get in, but that's who makes the bucks, or the caddies. The caddies get tipped.
Yeah, but then she has to learn how to play golf.
All she needs to know is what club they need. I mean, it's not hard. Oh, look, you're far away. Here, have a wood.
Here, have a wood.
She's cute. She'd be just fine. Yay! We made it to 8.
I'm on the green. Why did you hand? Well, you're blonde. Well, at least you're pretty.
Right? You don't know how many times that has worked for me in my life.
That's what her little brother always says every time she says something totally blonde. He'll go, well, at least she's pretty.
My brother-in-law, he liked to find things that he knew that I would not just be like, what? And he would say it, and then he would just come and he'd pat my head, and he'd be like, so pretty. It made me angry at first, but then it was like, whatever. Whatever. Teach her to hit a ball with a stick, chase it, hit the ball again. Whatever. That's probably true, QCP. The chicks at the Myrtle Beach courses, they probably did work at Hooters and kept their shirts. That would be Myrtle Beach for you, though.
Oh, this particular golf course is part of the Robert Trent Jones Golf Trail, which is all across the state of Alabama.
Highway bus, that's what I said. I said they obviously weren't very successful in their business if they had that much spare time to leave a message that long on someone else's YouTube. Oh, I didn't know that.
And hopefully they're not in the audience.
I don't care.
I don't know.
I quit caring.
Well, it's rude. If they are in the audience, then hopefully they're properly chastised. That's rude. And ridiculous. Oh, I didn't realize that was my comment. I was like, what was? Okay. That's it for us. We are done.
Yeah, I'm gonna organize my room.
I think that we were supposed to have had a different topic. Like, I thought that we said something last week. If we did, I'll go back and watch it. Or somebody tell me. If somebody remembers what we said last week.
I wasn't here. I don't know.
I know. I think we said something, but I don't know if it was for us or for the morning show.
Yeah, now we had a subject.
Wasn't right. There was some. Paul, what was the thing last week? Last Monday night.
Why did you say it louder like he wasn't?
I know, right? I know, right? Paul.
Paul's like,
I don't know. I don't know why I was trying to get his attention like he's in the other room.
Like he's in a crowd. Like he's
I know, right? I don't know what that was. But Paul was there. Maybe he should remember. He's supposed to be the responsible one. We were supposed to have moonshine night, so we forgot.
Yeah, that apple pie one that you were talking, I've had that. It's like, ooh, yeah.
Ours, it's not bad.
Is it the one
I can't do much of it.
Get in the grocery store?
I don't know. I got it. I don't know where I got it. I don't know.
Yeah, I picked up a jar of it and tried it.
It's very apple pie-y.
It was very alcohol-y. Like, I could taste that more than... But it wasn't actually a true moonshine. It was actually a malt liquor.
Malt liquor?
Yep.
What? Do I have to drink it, like, out of a paper bag?
Yes. Apple pie moonshine.
I didn't know I had to drink it out of a paper bag. My text message thingy is not working.
I think I want to get braces. Like the
I need
Invisalign.
to. I have a tooth that's weird.
I think my gap is getting wider. And it's supposed to get narrower. I need to get an Invisalign.
That's what I was going to get, but just for the bottom. I have a tooth that's, like, I hurt it and messed it up, and it, like, pulled it, like, it jerked it out a little bit. So I need to get it back in.
I've got one that needs to be pulled, and we don't have any dental insurance right now, so I've got to find the guy that just gives you a shot of whiskey and charges $50 and yanks it out.
He's in Johnson City, Tennessee. He works out of a Victorian house. John liked him very much. He got John very, very drunk.
I mean, seriously, I would. Because it's broken off everything else. It probably, I don't know, either that or I might have to go to this. There's a school of dentistry down in Birmingham, and you pay, it's like a root canal and total extraction, or, well, no, they do a root canal, obviously, to save it, but root canal is like $300. But it takes like 2 visits, and you have all the students come through and stare in your mouth hole while you're sitting there going, and I did it several years ago, but it's very affordable. I don't know. It got so bad this weekend. I did the coconut oil thing, though, where what they call oil pulling, where you swish around with coconut. Danica probably knows what I'm talking about.
I do.
Swish around with, coconut oil, and if you have an infected tooth or have whatever else, it pulls the imperfections out. And you do it for about 15 minutes, which is about as long as you can stand to sit with a mouthful of coconut oil on the porch and go like this, and then you spit it out. But it works. So. Did I miss something?
It just gave me a giggle.
Okay. Yeah, I wish I was. OG Picker said go to Mexico. Yeah, I wish I was closer. I totally would go across the border and be like, fix this one, yank this one.
Wait, what was it? You guys said you know it? Wait, what did you post?
What?
The picture
Proper shipping
from...
etiquette? Is that what it was?
No, he's talking about the picture
Small
of his
business
daughter's first day of
ideas.
school.
Oh, Sue said.
Wow.
I think it was Sue.
I barely remember doing the show, Paul
It was
said.
probably after I got ordered a DVD box set off of eBay to sell on Amazon, and it came packed in a nasty, greasy, head cheese covered pillowcase.
Oh, no, that's right. It was. Is that what it was? Well, yeah, 2 people have said business ideas other than eBay and Amazon. Holy crap! Terminal 99 pays 2 employees $500 each week.
Yeah, but he also lists a lot of. I mean, he makes up for it. Okay, so that's kind of creepy. So when the show started, my wife wants a kayak. So I was actually, I'm not going to lie, I was, during the first few minutes of the show, I was kayak shopping. And then I just got an email from Kmart that said, we've got a surprise. Thanks for looking. Are you still interested? I didn't sign up for anything. I never put my email in. How the hell did Kmart send me an email? Based on what I was just looking at.
Oh, that's weird.
That's creepy. I'm going to write it back and say, that's creepy. Stop.
Clove oil really does help, but clove oil, if the root is exposed and you use clove oil for any period of time, then it'll kill the root. But if, I mean, that's probably what you want. It doesn't sound like you're going to, like, get it capped or anything.
Well, it's not worth. I mean, everything in the very back, it's like a...
Yeah, but if you leave an open space back there, then your teeth will start migrating. But clove oil will kill the pain of it, and it'll eventually kill the tooth altogether. Like, you need, like, clove oil is something to use until you get to your appointment. But it helps. It numbs it.
You need to get one of these before you go on to Kmart.com.
Oh, okay, thanks.
Yeah, that'll fix your problem.
I need a tea party. We need to have, like, a tinfoil hat tea party. Where's Matt?
Okay, I have my background.
Matt Lennon. Calling Matt Lennon. That is his last name.
Did you send Matt his prize?
What was his prize? Yeah, I gave him $25.
You're from like 6 months.
Okay, I'm just making sure because you're not very good at that.
I know, I so suck at, like, remembering to send people things. Which is funny, right? Maybe that's part of the reason why I hate eBay so bad. Okay. Wish I was closer. Oh. That is really creepy, though, at the email thing. Did you really trash your hat, Paul? Have you no, like, sentimentality?
What a jerk.
Can I fit an 8-foot kayak in a boat?
What a nice guy.
Why don't you get, I'll tell you the kayaks that we got. Because I have an SUV, right? And I can't lift the kayaks up to the top. I don't have that, like, I can't do it anymore. So we got the ones, now I don't remember the name of them. Anyways, they're inflatable kayaks, but they're made of the stuff, like you can take them like down the rapids and stuff. You can't puncture them. Like, you'll hit the rocks and just kind of bounce off of it a little bit. Like, you can't bust them.
Yeah, that sounds... I mean, I looked at those. This is an 8-footer, which is technically a youth size, but my wife's not real big, so that might actually work. Instead of a 10-footer, it's $159, and that's cheap.
I don't like the plastic ones, like the ones that, like, most of the youth ones are. I don't like those. That's like, they're not comfortable to sit in.
Well, crap.
Ours are really nice. They've got seats, and they're really nice. But they were only... Ours are... We can do 2 adults, and you can do 2 adults and 2 small kids, or you can do 2 adults and... I mean, you could do 3 adults, I guess, in each one. We have 2 of them. They're I think ours were like 300 each. Like
She
three
really,
something.
really wants a stand-up paddleboard, but I mean, they're just.
Does she know how hard that is?
She's done it before a couple times, and she loves it. I mean, she went all the way across the lake and back, but it's just they're like I can't find them any less than $500.
They're really expensive. It's really hard to do.
I'm like, really? It's a freaking surfboard. Like you can buy a cheap craft.
Find one used.
I've tried, and I can't. I mean,
I told
Why
you
don't
they
you
had them at Sam's for $300.
Why don't you have Chad look down there? And the next time you go to
Nobody
Florida,
wants Chad looking down there.
well, you know what I mean.
what minute was that show? Because I'm gonna make sure I send him a link to that one.
Because he doesn't
He
watch
was
our
in the
show.
chat, and then he just went away. He came in just to say
Oh, did
hi,
he?
and then he's like, screw these losers.
Oh, I
and
didn't even
left.
see him. Kayaking is a lot of work. Wait, I'm a live antenna? Oh, I know, right? Could you imagine me? That would be hilarious if I went out and freaking got zapped by the lightning because I had my tinfoil hat on. I would laugh, like, from heaven. Okay, but I have woodworking to do of the building boxes variety.
Yeah,
So
don't do that tongue oil.
the tongue oil, yeah.
All over the wood.
So thanks for watching. We totally screwed. I wanted to tell people at 8 o'clock there was another show that started. I haven't gotten to watch it yet, but it's if you scroll back up, the Chris guy that was posting. If you click his link, it'll be there.
Chris Pyle.
Amazon Motivators or Amazon FBA Motivators or Motivation. I'm an awful person. It's something like that. Go back up to Chris Pyle and click his link and check out his show. And thanks for watching, guys. We'll see you. Paul, are we doing a show on Wednesday? I did it again. I still said his name loud.
Paul!
And now we have to wait.
I know, right? Paul, are we doing a show Wednesday morning?
To respond.
Paul!
Oh.
Make a GIF.
Why can't you hear us?
Paul, is there a show on Wednesday morning?
Oh.
Paul.
Oh.
Paul. Bueller.
Everybody call Paul.
Bueller. Oh, certainly it's gotten to there by now.
Oh, certainly.
I don't think so, not yet. I'm still looking at my phone.
And don't call me Shirley.
Come on. Come on. Come on.
Had, like, I've been smart, I would have just asked in chat, like I just
Yeah,
did.
you know, we're not very...
Instead, we're sitting here waiting on the...
Dick's Sporting Goods has stand-up paddle boards, fairly affordable. $250. That's for a youth.
Okay, I don't know if there is one or not. If we don't see you Wednesday, we'll see you Friday.
Okay.
Paul sucks.
So, I know, Paul ignores me constantly. He hates me, and I don't know why. But anyways, thanks for watching, guys. We love you. Good night.